So, a couple of weeks after my surgery, pictured here, and being hobbled, I wanted to revisit my extended journeys in Another Eden. And previously I gave my thoughts and impressions after about 15 to 20 hours of playing around in this game, and I think my highest level character at the time was the high 40s, low 50s, so I obviously hadn't reached the end game content or even the end of the first part of the main story arc. After passing that first story arc conclusion, I was honestly curious where it would turn. Being a free-to-play app with some monetization, there obviously had to be more, right? More story, more content, more challenge? Of course, I hadn't even gotten close to collecting my 100 cats, so here's a few more points of interest that I've enjoyed post-surgery. One of the first things was upgradable weapons. At a certain point, selling off my gathered materials stopped granting new items to craft, and even when progressing through hard and very hard dungeons. But after I reached the first story conclusion, or very near it, no clue how to say that, Emporium unlocks in the space-time rift where these materials become of use. To this point, I've come across two sets of obtainable weapons that become available from collectible items on certain maps. The first you'll come across is on Snakebone Island. There's strange plants, strange stones, and strange feathers, and those will be your currency. Not that they are strange, but that's what they're called. Some are hidden fairly well, while others are obvious, and there seems to be enough here to purchase each item available, including 3 armor pieces. The second I've hit is Toto Dreamland, where you find stickers around the area of the main mascot and use them to purchase items. There doesn't seem to be enough to purchase everything though, but I could be blind. Most of the weapons for the first few ranks, the materials are obtained through normal exploration on your world maps. But beyond that, you'll start needing those sweet dungeon tickets to continue ranking up. The other item I've come across is the Ultimania Hammer, and this ranks up differently by actually hunting down and killing specific target groups of enemies. Now up to level 20 on this weapon, I found all the enemies on normal map areas. After that though, again, you'll be hunting in dungeons. Now there's also an Adamantite weapon. It's a semi-hidden quest that I'm not going to detail here, but be aware you only get to choose one weapon, so choose wisely, or choose for your favorite character. I didn't stress too much about it. So cats, they're part of the title, so there's more to do with these cats other than just collect them, right? Yes. You can take control of a cat from resting in Aldo's home and venture out as your feline friend. There's collectible item spots much like other materials. There's areas that are only accessible to cats, including dungeons. There's costume pieces that you trade in your materials for, and even a treasure system that you give items to other cats for friendship gains and rewards. Now, I've not done much in this department yet, just a few quests and item gathering, but it's a neat concept and a few more tasks to take care of if you tire of some of the other aspects. I finally also went and completed the Persona Cross event, and I highly recommend doing it. If not for the story, just for the 2 permanent character additions to your roster, and they're both 5 stars from the outset. It's an entertaining side quest, and it doesn't take too long, and has a few amusing interactions along the way. Dungeons at this point, outside of advancing the main story, have been my main draw. Going back to slaughter the horrors that would have devoured me earlier is satisfying. But my favorite dungeon so far is the Ruins of Rukyana. It's a single-floor dungeon that's easily bigger than most multi-floor dungeons, with a few interesting collectibles and mechanics. It even has a treasure room at the end that can contain anything from high-class scrolls, and I've gotten up to 5 in a single chest, to gold lumps that sell for a ton, and on the rare occasion, even chant scripts. There's a puzzle to complete to kill a boss that gives you 200,000 experience, so it's nice for carrying a few low characters in for a quick boost if you don't want to or have the scrolls to use. My least favorite thing, yes, I have something to whine about. The White Key. Die in a pit of fire, White Key. Every time you complete a dungeon, you have a small chance to obtain a white key. This gives you access to an extra dungeon. There will be no fighting here, but you wish there was, rather than the random chance of getting booted out on your first choice. You start in Aldo's house and have a few different points of interaction. These each have a chance to send you to a different random location that will have a cat, treasure chests, or a combination of the two. Cats give you stamps that you can gather and trade in for items, and the treasures vary depending on which area you're sent to. My issue? You have a 30% chance, but it feels more like 90% to me, to get sent straight to a basement with 3 crap chests, and the way out immediately exits the dungeon. I never, and I repeat never, have made it past the second choice without it taking me to the exit, no matter what combination of doors, pools, plants, windows, whatever I choose, I lose. I had to take to the internet, which I refused to do while playing to avoid spoilers and such, and there are people there who evidently make it to the end and get glorious chance scripts and such. Not me, no sir. So that's one gripe in an otherwise stellar game. I guess that's okay. At the end of the day, I level up alternate characters, use my dungeon tickets, do character-specific quests, and sometimes even progress the story. I don't run out of things to do, and I haven't gotten bored. I still have plenty of episodes untouched that will probably take me some time to get through. My next video on Another Eden will be a list of my beginner tips, or at least little things that I wish I had known from the beginning of my journey. But for my very next actual video upload to be posted is going to be a list of my favorite song from each numbered installment of Final Fantasy. I may even go as far as to pick from sequels or direct spin-offs, but we'll see where my ambition leads me. Anyways, it's good to be kind of back, and I thank everybody for taking a look at this video, and I will see you soon.